I really, I really want to appreciate everyone. Thank you so much. I see it as a great privilege. Afternoon, I will be talking about freelancing, and I'll be talking about how you can make money on Fiverr, or let me say, the skills you need to have to be able to participate effectively on Fiverr. But first of all, I would like to talk about our dear country, Nigeria. We have to work and get underpaid, or in one way or the other, we get enslaved by the kind of job we have. So left to me, let me say my personal opinion about the Nigerian government is they want a situation whereby
this unfortunately
everyone is enslaved. Enslaved. He would always I wouldn't support that, because I think it's unfair to, let me say, to work and not get paid properly or get underpaid. So this afternoon, I'll be talking about introduction to freelancing and skills you need to survive on Fiverr. So permit me to share my screen and continue. Do I have my screen here? Okay. Screen. Okay. All right. Sorry, is everyone seeing my screen already?
Yeah, but you are showing, you're showing, you're not showing the presentation.
Sorry, I'm almost there. So, all right. Are we there now?
Yes, we could see you now.
Yes, we can see you now.
All right. So this is introduction to freelancing and skills you need to have on Fiverr by my very self Ayomilekan, but I must say. So first of all, I would like to talk about freelancing. What is freelancing? I want to talk about freelancing. Left to me, I will just say the free is for freedom. Though literally, I'm just talking about the literal interpretation of it. Like, talk about when you're in bondage, or you're in kind of slavery, and you just need kind of freedom. Left, my own personal definition of freelancing is just the free day. I just term the free day as freedom, because in everything you do in this life, if you don't have freedom, then you've still not gotten anything. No matter what kind of job you have, no matter what they're offering you, no matter I don't know, I don't want to know the kind of environment they're creating for you, but if you don't still have the freedom, you're not there yet. So when we talk about freedom, we have financial freedom, economic freedom, even you even have emotional freedom. Because let me tell you, in this country, there are a lot of jobs that will give you offers that will even deny you of your emotional freedom. So take for instance, even medical freedom. Sometimes you would just need some rest, and it's really going to take you a lot of activities, a lot of connections, a lot of know this person to get to this person before you can get freedom to actually do what you want to do. So when we talk about freedom now, talk about emotions, medical, it's rare in this country to say you want to go on, let me say, medical break. They won't even give you. So let me say you work for 365 days, and they will say you have just, I think, as a senior officer, you have just 20 or 21 working days in 365 days to to go on break. I think that's kind of weird. And now when they pay you they pay you tips, or let me say stipends, because take a look at the economy right now. If you are earning, let me say, 1 million naira like 10 years ago, and you are earning 2 million naira now, which should be the highest increase or increment you could get on your salary. You are still getting underpaid, and you are being paid backward. So that's it. You're being paid backward. So we need freedom in every areas. Talk about finances, talk about economy, talk about health, talk a lot of things, So I wouldn't like to dwell too much. I wouldn't like to dwell too much on this. So I would like to just talk about freelancing. So freelancing means being your own boss. So it's now left to you to find a way to use the skills in you, the potentials you have to fetch yourself some money. Okay, now the problem is now that so many people feel that they don't have what to offer on freelancing. It's not about what you have to offer. It's about you being able to present what you have. Definitely everyone has something to offer, but now the point is, are you able to package what you have, put it together to make you earn some things? Because take for instance, on Fiverr, I have some people that they will just put it up there on their gig, like, I will sing beautiful birthday song for you, and they'll get paid for that. I have some guys on Fiverr that will be like, I'll pray with you. Okay, talk about Christians now. Or I'll pray with you and help you solve spiritual problems. Let me tell you something. This one does not need a lot of technicality, does not need a lot of expertise. I know it's not even, I don't even think it's requires expertise. So like a lot of things there. There are a lot of things there. There are a lot of things that you can offer. Like there's no skill you have that is useless. And there is no, let me say, there's no technical know-how which you belong to that you cannot present on freelancing. So freelancing is just a means of gaining freedom from slavery. That's my own personal definition. I will put it like that because we are being enslaved in this country in so many areas. And left to me, I never thought about looking for job. I never thought about it. I've never working. Let me say, I've never wake up one day and say, I want to look for a job in this country. It's not possible. And another thing is, if you now leave this country and now go to an advanced country, it's an edge for you in freelancing because you will be trusted more. So I wouldn't like to go too much into that, but let's just go. Let's come back to our country, Nigeria, where you either get no job. That's the, let me say, 80% have no job. Now 20% get underpaid, and let me say, let me just put it like that: 20% get underpaid. Even because as a business person, if you're running a business in Nigeria, there are a lot of things, there are a lot of factors that will frustrate your business. Take for instance, you pay for tenement, you pay for land use charge, you pay tax clearance, you pay what's it called, the federal inland revenue. Street guys will come to collect their own part of your income. Armed robbers will come, kidnappers will come. So it's not like a lot of things is just frustrating any system you want to get into in this country. And I would just suggest that why not just give freelancing a try? Because if you can give it a try, I'm convinced that it's really going to take you a long way because I have a lot of friends, quite a number of friends that do freelancing and they're all doing well. They're all doing well. So freelancing, just back in ages, is just during the time of the Roman empires, when people go for war. Maybe there are some guys, let me say there are some guys that fight for people. So they go for the highest bidder. So if you can pay them more, you'll be able to fight for those that can pay you very well. So, and the same thing goes to technical know-how now. If you have some skills now, I think I will go for the highest bidder, even on Fiverr right now. If I have a lot of jobs to take and I have to consider some, I'll just go for the highest bidders, people that can pay me more. I'll do their jobs and just reject the ones that are not ready to pay for the Pakistani and Indian guys, because it's common like that. Those guys can take little money for the work they're doing, but I'm not going to do that. My skill is more expensive than that. So in the economy right now, even in the global economy, freelancers are taking a quite high number of them. Freelancing is taking a lot of jobs, a lot of companies, staffs, and I do tell my friends that Nigeria at the time will be begging people to work for them, because if people can go, let me say the generation we have right now can go fully into freelancing, at the point, Nigeria entirely, let me say the workforce in Nigeria will be dominated by freelancers, and Nigerian economy will suffer for it, or will suffer it because even the government will not see people to work, because people would have gone, they would have been able to, once we are exposed, the government doesn't want us to be exposed, but once we are exposed and we are able to sell our skills effectively, that skill, that little thing in you that you think is little, they're able to sell it and make money from it. Is then you know, oh, this thing really worth a lot. So with that, when we have the freedom, they will later come back and beg us to work for them, but it's really going to be too late then, because they won't be able to pay us in dollars. So talk about United States, they have shortage of tech workers. Talk about Latin America. Even India, I think when I was looking at it some days ago when I was preparing for this lecture, I think India needed, I think, 3 million tech workers. So how did they get these 3 million tech workers? I don't know. But Nigerians, we have tech workers that are idle. We have tech workers that are underpaid. And you see, Canada needs tech workers. United States needs tech workers. United Kingdom needs tech workers. A lot of people need tech workers. So why are you sitting down in Nigeria with your technical skill and you just let someone pay you less for what you have? So I'll just like to talk briefly about what's it called, the freelance websites that we have, or freelance platforms that we have. So when we talk about freelancing platforms, we have the Upwork, we have Freelancer, we have Envato Studio, we have Guru, we have a lot of them. We have Fiverr, we have People Per Hour. These are the ones you can access easily. We have a Follow Me at freelance.com. A lot of them like that. We have tasks. We have a lot of them. We have a lot of them. But let me say, for me personally, I still prefer Fiverr and Upwork because number one, the thing is, Upwork is not really encouraging Nigerians. But talk about Fiverr. Fiverr is an Israeli company and they welcome Nigerians. They welcome Nigerians. And another thing is this, based on the level of loyalty and honesty and skills that Nigerians are able to offer on Fiverr, we still have edge over some particular set of countries that are dominating Fiverr. We have edge over people from India, from Pakistan, from Bangladesh, from those kinds of countries. Let me say from the Arab countries. Let me put it like that. Or let me just put it like that because I think Nigerians are able to deal on Fiverr with honesty, maybe based on our exposure recently. Because there are some people that once they have that kind of opportunity, they will just try and use some dubious means and jettison everything. But it's not happening like that. I think I'm seeing a Nigeria that I want. I'm seeing a Nigeria that I want strength of, because it's rare for you to find Nigerians somewhere and you see things working there. But with the level of honesty I'm seeing on Fiverr, I think we are getting there already, because our people are getting exposed, and since they are getting well paid, I think they are maintaining the level of loyalty. So we have the Upwork, we have freelance. So Upwork is not really encouraging Nigerians because they do more of US and UK people. But if you have your way around it, you can always join Upwork, and Upwork supports teamwork, agencies, and a lot of, what's it called? A lot of opportunities are there. So if you know your way on Upwork does very well, they pay very well, even they pay than Fiverr. But okay, and for Fiverr, let me go to Fiverr. For Fiverr, if you can join Fiverr and you're able to build your account, you can do very well on your Fiverr, and you have a good reputation on Fiverr. It's really going to take a long way, because I have friends that make a lot on Fiverr. I know someone that make like $10,000 in a month on Fiverr. I know someone that make like $5,000 in a month on Fiverr. And I know, like, among all my friends that do Fiverr, the least I can see is $1,000 in a month. And if you can make $1,000 in a month in Nigeria, converting it to Naira, that would be around 400,000 to 500,000 Naira. You would either be working in Shell or Chevron to earn that, and you'd be a top ranked official out there. So, or you either be a university professor. You know, all this, in fact, when you talk about all this money in Nigeria, when you tell people, when you're trying to talk to them like, oh, come work, that you tried it and it does not work, does not mean it won't work. I started freelancing in 2018, but it didn't really work. Let me say it didn't work. It didn't work for me because I opened an account. My first account was in 2018, and because I just had to do it like casually. I had to do it like I just have to do it. Yes, let me put it like I just have to do it because I have to do it. But because I don't have the skill, I don't know how it is done. I wasn't properly oriented. I wasn't trained. There was no trainer. There was no class. There was no proper orientation. Let me just put it like that, because freelancing, it needs orientation. It's not just about you knowing knowing how to solve the internet. Everyone can just come up to the internet, pick up information, upload somewhere, or just do some registration somewhere, fill in some forms, but that's not how to hit. That's not how to hit. So you have to know what to do, how to do it, when to do it. Yes, it has to do it. What, when, and how. So I would like to start with the work, with the what first. What are the things you need to do on Fiverr? What are the things you need to do on Fiverr? What are the things you need to do? When do you do them? And how do you go about it? So, say for instance, you have a skill, okay? Let me say Fiverr is just like a middleman between the seller and the buyer. So, for you as someone that has a skill, you need like a third party to connect it to your buyer. So if you look at this geo chain, we have the seller, we have the buyer, but if you look at it, Fiverr is the propeller of the two of them. Okay, you must have a skill to render, and you must get paid. That's it, because everyone wants to get paid for their skills or for their technical know-how. So as a seller on Fiverr, for me as a seller, I have a value in exchange for money. I need money. Yes, I need money. I need money to survive. So, and my buyer too needed some skills to achieve. I was speaking with one of my buyers in Germany. He's from Germany. So we're having a conference meeting, and he was telling me the challenges they face in Germany when they, like, I'm a web designer, and he was telling me the challenges they face when they want to own a website. Like you have to go to an agency. Okay, they will give you like 3 samples. You'll be able to choose from, okay, they'll give you 5. You'll be able to choose from 5. You will narrow it down to 2. So when you have that two samples on ground, they will just replicate one of the 2 for you and you own a website. But it was like, no, it's not done that way. He wants a costume website. He wants something that is unique, that he doesn't have something like that on the internet already. So you can look at that kind of thing. These guys are frustrated with the system over there too. So they want, what's it called? They want someone that knows how to do it, and they won't have to go through a lot of terms and conditions. And it was like, to own a website in Germany, you have to pay like, let me say $5,000 or 3,000, let me say between $3,000 to $5,000 to own a website in Germany. And now I think I charged him, is, let me say around 300, and let me say $350 for the job that I wanted to do for him, around $350. You can look at that kind of thing. Like, to me in Nigeria, $350 is a lot. And for him in Germany, $350 is just little compared to what it will be charged over there. So you can see that kind of freedom for him and freedom for me, because freelancing is going to create freedom in a lot of ways, in a lot of areas. So for him, he's getting a kind of convenience, because he was telling me that day that for him to get his website, I think they will give him like 2 months. And I think I promised him that I will give him his website in 7 working days. You can look at that kind of thing, something he would get in 2 months that I'm offering him in a lesser price and then in a faster time. So it's a freedom on its end, on his own end, and it's a freedom on my own end too. So as a freelancer, you need a third party, or let me say you need an agency, or let me say you need an organization such as Fiverr, Upworks, Freelancer, and a lot of them like that, to partner with. Let me call it partnership. To partner with, because we are registering with them. We are the one paying their bills too. If we all refuse to freelance, if we all refuse to work, they won't get money too. So they don't joke with the buyers, they don't joke with the sellers. There's a way they work with us to make sure we get the best from them too. Take for instance on Fiverr, if you have a gig on Fiverr, like let me say you have a skill on Fiverr, let me not call it gig because so many people will not know what I call gig. It's just like you have a service to render. So you just put something like a sign. It's not a signpost, but I just want to use an illustration, like a signpost in front of the organization. describing everything, every services you offer in your organization. So when it comes to Fiverr, it's just like an online signpost, like an online publication or online publicity. Sorry to use publication. It's just like an online publicity for the skill you have. So the Fiverr community also does a lot of things for us, like they run advertisements for us on our behalf, so that our gigs, our publicity can go far too. So they run advertisements for us. They did a lot of things to assist us to, although at the end of the job, Fiverr gets 20% of what we have. Yes, fine, but it's still worth it. It's still worth it. If I'm able to make $1,000 and Fiverr takes $200 from it, I think it's worth it because I have $800 left. So in Nigeria, if you are any $800 in a month, I know you will feed an extended family conveniently. Yes, conveniently, and you can earn more. Let me say we earn more than that. So even as youths or as young adults, yes, we earn more than that. So talking about the skills you need to have, or let me just say from this, the one displayed on the screen is one of the simplest, most pure forms of entrepreneurship. If you do freelancing in one way or the other, you're an entrepreneur. You know how to what's it called? You know how to how can I put it? You know how to guide and guard your diligence so that you don't ruin your reputation, because your reputation has a lot of things, it has a lot to do on every freelancing platforms. So I try as much as possible to be calm, to be friendly, and to be professional when I'm dealing with my clients, because some of these people are, oh, I don't want to use the word horrible, but I just have to use it. Some of them are sad, some of them are depressed, and when they are giving you jobs, they can transfer the aggressions to you. They can transfer the aggression to you. So you have to be the one to know how to manage your clients, to manage your customers. Human relation is really key. Is one of the key skills on Fiverr. If you cannot manage people very well, you lose it there. So, and I think if you are losing it there, they can give you bad reviews. And you could get deranked. So for you to be ranked on Fiverr, you would need good reviews from buyers. You need 5-star. Let me just be like that. You need 5-star reviews. You need a lot of them very well. Like my trainer is a Fiverr choice on one of his niche. And if anybody comes to that niche, like he wants to place a service, or the person needs a service on, let me say, credit repair, is a Fiverr choice on credit repair. Maybe you need someone to build a credit repair website for you, and you just click on Fiverr, go to credit repair. It will be the first person that will be suggested because is a Fiverr choice. He has built over 100 websites, and he still has his 5-star. So something like that, it's going to really create good impression for Fiverr and to the Fiverr community at large, because for someone to have rendered 100 plus services and still has 5-star, so you have to, let me say, you have to guard your reputation, you have to guard it, you have to protect it, so that the Nigerian factors, because we have a lot of people in Nigeria whereby they just want a way of duping people to get things. But although we are getting out of that soon, I believe so. We are getting out of that soon, because Fiverr will not take it lightly with you for you to just treat their customers or their clients anyhow. So I'll just go to the next slide on the things you can do on Fiverr. So there are a lot of things you can do on Fiverr. Some people can just come on Fiverr like, oh, I want to dance for you. They will record video for you where they are dancing and just doing a kind of a comedy to make you happy. So, and there are some people that they don't have friends. Some people are depressed. They just need someone to cheer them up. But you are someone that knows how to cheer people up. You can always come to Fiverr. I'll cheer you up and get you out of depression. If you can do that, fine. It will go a long way. You get paid for it. Definitely, you get paid for it. So when we talk about skills on Fiverr, I'll just talk about a few skills. We have a lot of them. We have a lot of them. We have the admin support jobs. So when I talk about the admin support jobs, we have secretarial jobs. It's one of them. There was a job I was offered some times ago, but because of the time and a lot of commitments that was required, I couldn't take the job because I was meant to be a virtual assistant. So, and if I'm doing virtual assistant, it's really going to cost me a lot of time. Like, I wouldn't even have time for my web designing job again. My boss might call me, hey, Dre, I want you to check my schedule right now. What is it I have to do in the next 2 hours? Can you read it out for me? Can you send me a reminder? Like, when we talk about virtual assistant jobs, it's actually paying. Virtual assistant job is paying. And as a virtual assistant, if you're in Nigeria, you cannot earn less than $1,000 in a month as a virtual assistant. Though it's not, you have to do a lot of screening. You have to do a lot of, you have to be trusted to be a virtual assistant. Yes, you have to do a lot of conference calls, screenings, but because it's really going to take a lot of my time and a lot of my privacy. I wouldn't have time to myself because once my boss is awake, once he or she wants to do anything, I must be available every time she wants me. So I would advise, if you can do it, if you have the time, virtual assistant job is an administrative support job, and it's paying. It goes a long way. It goes a long way. So the next is the design and the creative job. If you're a graphic designer or you're an artist, whatsoever thing you can design, whatsoever. Like, I have graphic designer friends that are earning so much on Fiverr. Yes, I have graphic designer friends that are earning so much. So you can just join the community. You just have to know how. I know the next speaker is going to talk about how you can earn on Fiverr, or let me say, yes, how to create gigs, how to build your business or businesses or skills, how to present, to package your skills. I know some people are still going to talk about that, so I wouldn't go into that. So if you're a graphics designer, you can just touch up your skills, package it together. There are a lot of people out there that they want graphic designers to work for them. Okay, take for instance, there was a time I wanted to do a graphic designing job. I just went on Fiverr. I just messaged one of these guys in Pakistan to do the job for me. He did the job for me. I paid him. So the world has gone digital. The world has gone united. The economy is just going around the circle. Let me just put it like that, because we all now have the same platform to work. Either you're from Nigeria, from Pakistan, from Bangladesh, from United States, from United Kingdom, from wherever you come from, we are all eating. Let me say we are all eating from the same plate. Permit me to use that word. Like, we are all eating from the same plate. We all have the same platform, and we are all competing for the same set of jobs. So, but as Nigerians, I think we have a lot. We have hedge. I think the first set of people that are given that privilege is people from the United States. If you're from the US, you get jobs faster and you get paid more. And if you are from United Kingdom, you get paid more too, and you get job faster. And that's why some of my brothers in Nigeria have to use a United States account. I won't advise that, because it's against the rule. It's against the rule of the community for you to use a US account to get job. If you can do that, if it's convenient for you, I won't advise that, because at the end of the day, you get caught and you can lose your money, you can lose your earning, and then you will definitely lose your reputation too. So I wouldn't go deeper into that and that. I'll just put it like that. So if you're a good writer, you're a content writer, you can write very well, content developer, you know how to write lyrics very well. People are not really paying for lyrics in this country. So if you know how to write lyrics, you know how to write poems. I think that was what I started with in 2018, and at least I got some money too, but not as I'm getting it now when I got oriented on how to go about it. So I'm a content writer, and I do content writing, I do proofreading, editing, a lot of things like that. If you go online, that you can proofread. If you are someone there's a little good in English, you don't even have to be too good, because we have a lot of tools now online that you can use to do a lot of corrections. if you can work on things like that, you can actually do writing jobs. You can do it. You can proofread for people. You can write journals for people. I remember a friend then, what he does was, a friend then in 2018, I think he's in this meeting today. What he does then was, you send him a scanned document and he will help you convert it to Microsoft Word. So you see that kind of thing, you get paid for it. The problem is not the skill. The problem is not what you need to do, but the problem is just for you to have the orientation that whatever you have, we sell. So you know that kind of thing where you can just, someone can send you a scanned document and you just type it in Microsoft Word, you send it back to him in Microsoft Word, or yes, let me just say Microsoft Word, and you get paid for it. So that kind of thing to me, it's easy. It's easy. But to them there, it's not easy. They may know how to do it, but they don't have the time. They don't have all the time to do it. So the next is a web design, mobile development, software development jobs. Okay, like I said earlier, I'm a web designer. I have friends that are into mobile, what's it called, mobile app designs or development. I have friends that are software development people that they do it a lot. They do software development for Windows, for what's it called, for Mac. They do for what's it called? They develop software for Android and iOS too. So you know that kind of thing. Take for instance on web designing, there are a lot of platforms that you could learn to work on. If you can work on what's it called, if you are the one that is good at the back end, if you are someone that is good at back end and you are good at front end, to take for instance, there was this, sorry if I'm talking too fast, I think I have to reduce my pace. I think there is one of these guys from Bangladesh. He's a web designer. He worked on a website and he needed some functionality on the website, or some functionalities on the website, and he messaged me like, okay, I'm a web designer, I've done this job, but I need this, I need that. I told him the tools that I need to achieve that I should go and get them. He bought them and sent the tools to me. Let me say in a couple of hours, I was able to do the job for him, and I was able to get the things done, and he paid me. It doesn't matter if you work on Fiverr or not. You pay me for my skills. You don't know how to do it, I know how to do it. So you definitely pay me for it. And when we talk about these web design, mobile development, software development, or even web development, because there's a difference between web designing and web development. Web development are guys that code websites. Let me put it like that. They code websites. They are the ones into coding, that they have to know how to use Java, PHP, HTML, CSS, a lot of what's it called, coding languages like that. But I don't do coding. I do coding, right, but just little coding, surface coding that does not need a lot of expertise. So I just do web designing and a little of mobile app designs. And I do what's it called? I do graphics designing too, but not deep graphics design, because when you have talented graphics designers, there are some things that they will do that I can't do. So, and I do content writing. So you can see, putting all of these skills together on your Fiverr, it's not possible for you not to earn. It's not possible. You definitely earn. And it's really going to earn you a lot, because you are skilled. Once you are skilled and you are able to identify your skills, okay, let me say you are a songwriter or a lyrics writer and you are into writing, you just put it out there like, I'm a writer, I can write good lyrics for you, and I'll do this. I can do video editing for you. I have friends that do video editing. You send your video to them, they edit it, give it nice sound, improve the graphics, send it back to you, and you get paid. So there are a lot of things out there that you can do to get paid for. And take a look at the accounting and the consulting jobs. If you're into accounting and consulting jobs, you can do a lot on Fiverr, because let me tell you something, a lot of skills we offer nowadays have gone digital. So if you can join the digital world to publish your skills, to publicize it, yes, let me put it like that, to promote you can just put your gig out there, like your skills out there, like, this is what I'm able to do. If it's song you know how to sing very well, put it on Fiverr. I can sing very well. I will sing song for you that will make you happy. Put it there. I'll sing songs for you that will suit you. Put it out there. People will definitely buy it. Okay, you're a cook or you're a chef. Okay, I'll teach you how to cook. Look at that kind of thing. I'll teach you how to cook, okay, local food, or let me say, I'll teach you how to cook Nigerian foods, or let me say, I'll teach you how to cook, what can I call it? Spanish food. It, just put it out there. Anything you know how to do. There's nothing you can do that does not sell on Fiverr. But I think I just I narrowed my, what's it called? I narrowed my explanations of my write-up to technical skills, because like technical and administrative skills, because that is what sells most on Fiverr. It's not possible that you won't get someone to require your skills at one point or the other. I have friends that get at least up to like 7 to 8 jobs every day. They hire people to work for them. Like my trainer has like 3 people working under him in his firm. So once he gets job on Fiverr, he just tells those guys, you do this, you do that, and they will submit the job to him. He do some little corrections and, let me say, deliver the jobs on Fiverr. You get paid instantly. And Fiverr is not that I want to go and come back to pay your money. Fiverr is the third party. Fiverr keeps your money. Once you seal a deal with a buyer, like I want to work with you, okay, I want you to work with me. You guys have reached an agreement. There is a way you go around it that it pays for your skills to Fiverr. So once you deliver the job and the client is satisfied, the client will accept the delivery. But if the client is not satisfied, he can always turn that down. He can always turn down the delivery and you won't get paid. So that's why we are we are so much concerned about our reputation and customer relations. So we are rounding up. Let me say we have the web mobile software development jobs. We have the accounting and consulting jobs, data science and analytics. If you are someone that is good in SPSS, if you are good in Microsoft Excel, if you are good in all this data analysis, if you are good at using data analysis softwares and a lot of them like that, or let me say if you are good in IT and networking jobs, a lot of things. Take for instance, during COVID-19, all these technical guys that work for banks, they work from home. They will only tell you that it's in the bank, that this is what you will do. So that is what you will do to solve the problem. I hope you are following. Is someone hearing me clearly?
Yes, we are here.
Yes, we are.
Okay.
Yes, we are.
Okay, thank you very much. So
Okay.
I'm rounding up already because of my time. So we have the IT and networking jobs. We have the translation jobs. Okay, take for instance, you have someone that wants to translate a document or a file or a video. We have translators out there. We have softwares out there that you can actually use to get this done. Like I was working on a website that requires like 3 or 4 languages. I'll just install a software to make that happen. So if you actually want me to do a translating job, it's softwares that I will use. You want me to translate from English to German, I'll just bring your English word, translate to German, and deliver the job. So there are a lot of things you can do out there on Fiverr and get paid for. So I really want to appreciate everyone attention. If there are any questions at the end of everything, I would like to welcome them and attend to them accordingly. So, and maybe during our next class, we'll be able to talk more about the points we have here. But amidst all, I will go back to the fact that we need freedom. We need freedom as youths. We need freedom as entrepreneurs. We need freedom as graduates. We need freedom as someone that does not go to school. Because without freedom, you won't be able to express yourself when you go out there. And once you are denied of your expression, once you are denied of being able to express yourself, you will be forced to do anything. You will be forced to obey some rules that you're not meant to obey. You'll be forced, let me just say, it's just a way of being enslaved. Mental slavery, economic slavery. But the best thing to just get out of this is just guard your loins, fasten your belt, but bring your skills together, package it, put it up there, and just get paid for your skills. So thank you very much for your time. I'm very grateful. And
Thank you, thank you, thank you. That
Thank you
was
very much.
absolutely awesome. That really was great. I couldn't have kind of broken it down any better. And by the way, you're a great freedom speaker, that's for sure. You definitely are a great freedom speaker. Because I mean, let's think about it. I mean, I love the fact that that you talked about the fact that it's even health freedom, right? Just being able to get health care, right? Even being able to go to school, right? Because if you don't have money and the schools in Nigeria are not working because of this, you have cows that have shut down your schools. We've seen those cows at the schools, right?
Exactly.
But then you can't go online and even, go to a reputable university online and, do what you need to do. But when you're out on Fiverr and the other platforms, right? And we're also going to be talking about, digital marketing and some other avenues as we go through the series. It now gives you that. Economic security. Whether it is even paying for electricity. You know how that is in Nigeria. But when you have 100 million people, over 100 million. Do you know how many children that is? How many young people in 100 million are living in abject poverty? And so it's going to take our young people, it's going to take you guys stepping up, joining the global economy. When you join the global economy, you bring back the economics that helps to free our people. Okay, so we have, again, we've got NINAS, which is the Nigerian Indigenous Nationalities Alliance for Self-Determination. We've got a petition out there, so that we can demand the referendum to take back our space, take back our assets, take back our progress. Okay, Nigeria has one of the most brilliant people. Look around the world. Look in Canada. Look in the US. Look in Russia. Look anywhere. Look up the Nigerian names and you will see how well our God has endowed us with intellectual capabilities.
Yes.
Is it minerals? Is it a fertile land for farming? What hasn't he given us? Is it gold? Gas? We've got so much. Let's talk about agriculture in Nigeria. We have cashew. Do you know how much cashew costs outside of Nigeria? We've got papaya, pawpaw. That is now being used to develop enzymes so that your digestive system works well. Our common bitter leaf controls diabetes, and on and on. Cassava. Our cassava is now being used to help with fighting cancer. We have so much. And so what we need to do is to be able to bring this information to our people. And it's going to take all of you young people who are on social media, right? So that's why we're inviting you guys, to join this series, and then whatever skills that you have that would be pertinent to our people, we'll package it and we'll show the young people how to do that. Okay, that's what this is about. Okay, is the young people standing up, getting economic freedom, and helping to free our country. Okay, so next we are going to go on and say, how do you create that Fiverr profile so that when the buyers are looking, they would be drawn to you and want to work with you. So Peter, where are you? You're up next, Peter.
Okay, thank you very much.
Okay, so you can, Dre, you can stop sharing so that Peter can share. So he's going to talk to us about, creating that very stellar profile that would attract the people to you, to what you have to sell. Okay, and that's really, really important. So whenever you're ready, you can go ahead and share your screen. Again, welcome everyone. And this is the Freedom from Nigeria, Nigeria Christian Lives Matter, the Middle Belt Republic and the Yoruba Professional Foundation that is bringing you this free freedom series, free economic freedom series. So you are welcome again. Peter, you're up.
All right. You need to make me honest.
You need to make him a co-host, man.
Okay, I thought I did that already. Okay.
I think it went off and came back.
Okay, here you go.
Okay, thank you. Thank you everyone, and appreciate everyone for this grace and
You can go ahead
opportunity.
and share your screen as you're speaking.
Okay, I hope you can see it.
Yes.
I hope you can see it. Okay, sorry.
Right, but yeah.
Okay, good. Yeah, I really appreciate Dre for taking us through the introduction. It was a very, very great and awesome section. My name is Otebi Peter, and that's it on the screen. So I'm going to take us through creating a stellar Fiverr profile. I hope you can hear me clearly.
Yes, we can.
All right. Okay, let's get started. We all know profile. Sorry. Okay. It is very natural that whenever anybody wants to give you work, whenever anybody wants to work with you, they will have to go through your profile or go through your social media or whatever you have, just to check on who they are giving their jobs to. Yeah, you can go through your Facebook, through your LinkedIn profile, or through any social media profile, just to know the kind of person they are trusting with their money. So it is very vital that at this